Hey, good evening, everyone. Starting a little early, but I'm going to go ahead and, real quick, let me just. I didn't get that. Oh, thank you, Siri. Not helpful. All right, real quick, I'll make the blue sky notification. And then we'll go ahead and start. How's everyone doing tonight? Ah, yeah. Good. Tired but good. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I really can. It's been a week. All right, now let's see if I've got it all set to go. Oh no. No. Let me see if I can. Raro. Might need to double check my input mapping. Yeah, here, give me one moment, sorry. Oh, oh really? Boo. Okay. There. Now let's see if my button mappings are. That seems like it's not working. Is it actually working and I'm just being weird? There we go. Does it sound okay? Chat, can everything hear everything and doesn't seem or look too weird? Alright, good. Perfect. Rock on. Yeah, no, I love this game. And I was just kind of playing around with it the other day, and I thought, you know what, I should totally stream this. This would be just kind of a fun one-off kind of game for us to do some night. Probably not going to go all the way through it. It's a little too long, but for one sitting, but we'll see how far we go. One thing I was really happy to discover when I turned it on, though, is that it has the original tracks from the Genesis, which I absolutely love. I have the Sonic Collection on Switch. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was the one that came out not too long ago. And it's great. You know, it has like widescreen support, and that's awesome. But it has the audio tracks from the, I guess, sort of the prototype tracks for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which doesn't maybe mean a whole lot if you don't know the history behind it, but effectively, when this game was... Oh, perfect, okay. I'll be able to focus here again as soon as I... No! Oh, okay, well, so much for focusing. Anyway, when this game came out, there was some collaboration between Sega and Michael Jackson's creative team to do some of the level music, and they ended up doing 3 stages, I think, the 4th, 5th, and 6th stage on this. I don't think that Jackson was directly involved. It was more just, again, his creative team. And perhaps very infamously, the 5th stage is based off of an unreleased song by the Jetsons. And it's a great song, and the music in this is absolutely wonderful. Both Sega's work and Jackson's work, Jackson's creative team's work. But it was around the time that a lot of like controversies were starting to happen and come out, and so Sega didn't aggressively promote it after a certain point. And also because of like licensing and probably other reasons, the release that came out like on the Switch recently, that one has what are kind of called the demo tracks, the ones that are entirely done by Sega's team. No, nothing bad with that. But that was the direction that they went, so. And those tracks are actually pretty okay. Like, I don't hate them at all, but I love the originals, you know, it's what I grew up with, because I actually have the cart for 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. That was, you know, Little Clo playing these games with lock-on technology on a Sega Genesis, not version 1 or whatever. I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, no, I played the heck out of this. This used to be one of those games that I would go back and, you know, just on a Saturday afternoon, just go all the way through from beginning to end, just for fun. That and stuff like Rocket Knight Adventures, which I always feel is really, really fun. Game from Konami from that era on the Genesis. Which actually just came out from Limited Run, so I got a physical copy, which was really fun. I should try to figure out how to get the equipment for getting my Switch onto for capture device. There we go. Get a capture device for this so I can stream some Twitch games. It'd be a lot of fun to play that. I love that game. It's another one from that era that's just so much fun. Awesome soundtrack, looks great. Yeah. I feel really stupid though that I bombed the first special stage for as many times as I played this, with literally one blue sphere to go. How far am I into the speedrun? Hi Serene, good to hear you from me again. I am not far into this speedrun. Yeah, this is... if you came here looking for a speedrun, you are in the wrong place. GDQ was just last week, I think, and feels weird because it feels like time kind of flies, but yeah, it's always fun watching the Sonic is so fast. I guess it is a speedrun in, you know, in that way. It's so, watching people do speedruns of this, I'm always just it blows my mind. I am not they. Speedrunning is not my, I don't think I'd be particularly good at it if I'm being honest with myself. There we go. But yeah, we do gotta go fast. That is important. This might be a fun thing, you know. If people enjoy this, I might come back and do more, you know, Genesis games from time to time as kind of like a one-off treat. I should see if I can get like the Sonic CD remaster on Steam, because that's another one that I really love from that era. And I know everyone really loves Sonic 2, but I never loved it. I was fine with it, but I think part of it is it's really hard compared to 1 and 3 and 4. Well, I guess not really 4, but 3.5. Not that I was necessarily great at stuff like 3D Blast, but I think I was even better at it than I was at Sonic 2. That's sort of my Dark Horse Sonic, kind of weird for me, compared to a lot of other people's experience. That was good. Okay. This is one of those ones I played... good job, Sonic. I played this game so gosh darn much, and I noticed little things like this. There's fires underwater. How is that happening? Robotnik is using some beyond science to get that to happen. Well done. Oh, here we go. Gas from all his cool devices properly. Gas from Robotnik's cool devices. Yeah. Special sinking gas, though. Yeah. Swamp gas. Frozen swamp. That's what it is. It's frozen swamp gas. Like some weird property of methane that I totally must exist, right? I always was curious what this first level would look like without all the fire, because I really like the bright green palette that we get at the beginning. I understand, like, you know, it's sort of meant to be like, hey, look at all this destruction that Robotnik is causing. I love that palette, but I wish we got just a little bit more of it before the game takes it away. And I gotta remember not to look at chat while I'm trying to do this. Ah, nerds. Have I watched the Sonic movies? The live-action ones with Jim Carrey and that guy whose name I can never remember doing the voice of Sonic. I have not. I hear they are good. I should watch them. Okay, cool. Well, good to know. I definitely want to check them out. And you know, I don't know. Do you know what streaming service they're on? Because oh, you know what? I bet it's probably Paramount Plus, isn't it? Okay. Should definitely check them out. But if it's not, I've been like using our library a lot more recently. So you know, if it's not on Paramount, I should just go get it from the library. One nice thing is, like, I've noticed, like, even if you have like good internet and everything, like a lot of the streaming services, there we go. A lot of the streaming services, the bitrate that you get, it's still, like, you know, compressed, and just like a really nice Blu-ray still looks a lot better than streaming sometimes. And I really noticed this when I watched the Barbie movie, like it came out on streaming, I think about a year ago. There's a couple scenes where, like, you could really tell that there was compression. And it looked, I imagine, probably looks infinitely better on the Blu-ray. I kind of regretted not trying to get a hold of that to watch it. Which isn't to say that, you know, there isn't some compression on Blu-ray, but it's a lot less compared to, like, a streaming service kind of thing. I always love the sort of little speed boost you get right here. I love the tracks in this so much. I just love Robotnik's theme. It's so good. This stream is just gonna be me gushing about how much I love the soundtrack to this game the entire playthrough, regardless of how far I go. I love this music. Yeah, it probably is heckin' good. This is some good stuff. Knuckles theme. Did you know you can do that? This comes from me playing this game way too many times. And the cool thing here is you actually get to listen to Knuckles' theme all the way through. Another fun thing too, if you have, you can't do it in this one because Tails won't really respond to you other than just kind of following your movements. But if you have someone with a second controller, you can actually have him carry you up and over and stand behind Knuckles, but you can't interact with him. Like, it doesn't let you touch his sprite, but it lets you stand behind him. Yeah. Cool! That's a cute little thing. Alright, we'll head on down to Hydro City. For the heathens that say Hydrocity, shame on you, it is wrong. You should feel bad. Because it's Hydro City. And I will use the reference here that I can read just enough katakana to say that if you look at the Japanese name, it's Hydro City. And I think even Yuji Naka himself has come out on Twitter to say, like, yeah, it's Hydro City. Like, yes, of course it is. Oh, anyone who disagrees with me, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Creator even said it himself. No. Come back, Sonic. Not sure if the lightning shield was maybe the best choice in the water level, but we're gonna roll with it. See? Roll with it? Get it? The Sonic's rolling. I like all these little goobers jumping out of the water. Oh, are you? The smiling Katyushas to be kind of goofy. Katyushas? I don't understand. Spiky Rocket, baby. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely goofy. I get that. We're just so happy to see it, though. I don't know, that smirk always kind of irritated me. I think I never really found them goofy, I just found them annoying. chat. I apologize to see you guys talking, but I'll chime in after I do this because I'm bad at reading and doing this at the same time. As you can kind of see, I'm just kind of bad at doing this, period. I am lost. We'll find our way eventually. There we go, look at that. Felt a lot of Sonic enemies are goofy. Yeah, I think that's kind of true, but they're a lot of fun. Focus on the yeah. Beginning to believe. Indeed, I am. No, like I said, I felt real goofy missing that first one. As much as I played these, biffing it on the very first special stage felt like I just felt like I was letting everyone down, including myself. That was pretty funny, actually. The washing machine. Chaos Emerald levels are easy to get lost in though. Yeah, they absolutely can be. Despite the fact that I feel pretty confident with them, there's times where I'm just like, I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Let's see if checkered floor and orb. Yeah. It does kind of look samey after a while. I always love these second act remixes. It's so cool. This one I think is my favorite. All the second half ones. Although I do really like the one. Can't even think of the level name. The 5th level, Ice Cap. Ice Cap second zone is great. Or second act. Sorry. I don't want to be accused of not being a real Sonic fan or anything. You know what, Serene? As I'm looking at this numbskull here, I'm not sure if those are supposed to be teeth. I think those are bolts. I always thought they were teeth, but as I'm looking at it a little closer, I don't think he's smiling. I think those are like just a line of bolts. Do you see it? All this time I thought he was doing an obnoxious smirk, and now I'm not sure. Now I'm starting to question everything. Sprites are, oh yeah, sprites are, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of sprite work that I love, but I always like seeing something different from everyone else. Final Fantasy VI, there's these enemies early on that are rats, and there's like the sprite is supposed to be their ears, but every time I looked at it as a kid, they looked like hair rollers. Speaking of getting lost, this is a particularly easy one to get lost in. And it's not even because, like, I understand how it's actually laid out, but it, okay, this is the way it's going. Okay, I'll talk after I finish. Actually kind of lucked out on that. Conceptually, I understand the layout of that level, but in the moment, especially when you're going fast, it's kind of easy to lose track of what part of the grid that you're on. There we go. That was not quite what I was trying to do. There we go. The sharks are smiling. We'll see some in a moment. Let me just take a look. I'm pretty sure there's some at the top of this. Yeah. Certainly have like the shark teeth thing going on. Kind of that like all sharks are sort of perpetually smiling a little bit, right? No. Oh, that was not great. That's okay. I'll get out. There we go. What goes up there's that one? Oh, well, if Tails can get up there, I bet I can get up there too. There we go. Trying to get as many of the special stages done as quickly as possible as I can. Get us some supersonic. Kind of like Super Salad. Nerds. Good shot. I zigged when I should have zagged. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to go all that way. Hold on. Not that big a deal. I do have the water field, so I don't have to worry about listening to the cool drowning music that Sonic is known for. Cause all the anxiety. There's Knuckles looking so smug again. Just a little bit off, I can't quite get it. Right, Serene? It is a great boss theme. Tails stole my thunder there. So there was some, like, I played Sonic 3 when it came out. I think I got it for the Christmas that it came out, like, 94 or something. I got Sonic and Knuckles when that came out. And there's, like, little tiny improvements made when you put the two games together. And one that I always noticed is that at the end of Metro City there, you have that water spout that knocks you up into this level. And there was only one though, and it was under Sonic. And one nice thing is in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, one of the little, you know, additions that just kind of, I think, makes everything feel a little bit nicer is there's one for Tails too. So just kind of like nice little improvements there were always kind of fun. I always loved finding those little differences. Oh man, we could have the last emerald had I not bungled that last level. Oh well. There's lots of big rings. We'll find another one. Hey, look at that. I also just like how vibrant the colors are in this. Oh wait, I guess I wouldn't have all of them, would I? Because that's only 5. Missing 2. Oh well. I like these little goobers. Just kind of pop up and start shooting stuff at you. And if you have the shields in this, they just kind of, their shots bounce off of you. I also like how you can jump on them and they bounce. Oh no, no. Well, that was kind of lucky. Another thing I always loved from this era of gaming is I always loved the, I think it's called parallax, scrolling, kind of giving the illusion of depth in backgrounds. I would seriously just spend time staring at like the background art. I don't know anyone who likes Marble Garden as a level. I absolutely love the hills. The hills behind it, the forests, the kind of Greek architecture kind of falling apart motif. Feels like super nostalgic, you know? Did I fifth this level too? Oh man. Yeah, that's right. I remember now because I was I pushed the wrong button. I had forgotten that I did not map the X button on my PlayStation controller jump, and so I pushed it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's gonna get me up in the air. I honestly like this one a lot. I thought it was fun, even though it's pretty lethal. Yeah, Serene, definitely. It's those crusher traps. Those things stink. But otherwise, yeah, this is a really fun one, I think. Down there. I should have gone up. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's probably sent me back a little bit. Although I always wondered about, like, I assume these are, like, supposed to be peach trees? Why the peaches are rotating. Yeah, these guys, these crushers, I hate these. Oh, shoot. Maybe one of them got tails. I actually think this soundtrack is kind of a banger, too. Like, this level here. I don't know, it's sort of, maybe a little bit morose. I kind of enjoy it. Tails is pretty good about murdering himself. Tails is straight up not having a good time. Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of have mixed feelings about Tails trailing you. I actually generally kind of like it. I specifically grabbed this instead of like Sonic 1. But yeah, there are times, and especially in the next stage. Yeah, it's kind of fun to do, to be honest. But in the next stage, there's a couple. Oh, this is interesting. Carnival Night, there's a segment or two where Tails is just super annoying. Sorry, I was wondering if there was something up there against that wall. And there might be, but I'm gonna give up trying to get it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what have I done? Oh no! Jam to this music as well for Paleo, but I'm focusing on it way too hard and keep absolutely destroying myself. Oh, no, not so far, not so far. Come on. No, don't do that. Come on. There we go. This should do it. These little tops can be kind of fiddly. There we go. like that was just to get through that one little wall. Spinner platforms are janky. Yeah, they can be. 100%. I always kind of love the little kind of drill effect and the stones just kind of exploding outward. Neat little visual effects all the way through this game. Okay, that was kind of dumb because... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, I don't think I'm gonna die here, but not having that safety backup kind of made me. Oh, yeah, cool, thanks. Right, yeah. Thanks, Propalio. All the little touches just add to how good the game is. Yeah, it really is. When I played, Mario Kart 8 for the first time, I was just absolutely enamored with, like, how many really good little details it had. And it was nice to see that, you know, that level of, like, just doing little touches that make your game better, like in the case of like Mario Kart 8, the rubber tracks on the ground, the way that the wheels will pick up either water or dust, you know, stuff like that. It really just adds to making the world feel a little bit more alive. Tails, come on, really? What is that for? He's here. He exists. I like these little grasshopper guys in the second part here. Speaking of sprite work, these, I know they're supposed to be antennas, but I always saw that and it looked like a, I don't know, like a Johnny Bravo style, like, pompadour. And they have like this kind of lazy eye thing going on. I'm like, these grasshoppers are way too smug. Alright. We're gonna go this way. Let's see if this does any better. No, because this is completely biffing it on this part. Well, that was bad choice. We're gonna go this way instead. Alright, focus, Poe, you can do this. We're gonna go this way, I guess. Well, that wasn't exactly what I meant to do, but I'll take it. There we go. I legit thought that thing was a frog. Oh yeah, no. I think it's supposed to be a grasshopper. Turn more, it'll help, yeah. I always thought that you went faster the more you turned. I could have sworn that's what it said in the instruction manual. But I think you do speed up just over time anyway. Alright, now we can be super sonic, but I'm gonna try not to cheese this too much. Like, you know, there'll probably be times where I'm like, yeah, this part is no fun. We're just gonna blast through it, invincibility and, you know, invincibility blazing. But I can't promise that because in this one, all the jump buttons cause you to, once you're in the air, turn into supersonic. And I really, there we go. We're under 50. I really like the Insta-Shield or whatever it's called in this game. In fact, I think when I played Sonic Mania and I unlocked the Insta-Shield, I traded that out, the drop dash, for this. So I really like this mechanic, and so I have a bad habit of forgetting how many rings I have and using the Insta-Shield. So. But yeah, there's definitely some bosses in here where I'm probably just gonna cheese it for the sake of expediency, but I'm gonna try not to be too bad about that. Not that this is like really that particularly hard of a game anyway, so you know. It's got moments, like, don't get me wrong, bosses like Red Eye are an absolute joke. But you know, most of the rest are pretty reasonably, what's the word I'm looking for? Reasonably balanced, I feel. Hard enough to, you know, keep you trying as a kid, but as an adult, it's not too bad once you kind of know how the game works. Those guys always get me. Tails, what you doing, buddy? No, Tails, it's not a mud path. No, Monkey, that's not candy, that's hot lava. How am I supposed to go up? No, we're gonna go this way instead. You can't tell me what to do, game. Remember when I was a kid, these, like, statue face things just gave me a lot of grief for whatever reason. I don't know why, because, like, now I'm like, yeah, no, they're just kind of here. However, this part as a little kid just scared the heck out of me. Anything that was like sort of a timed area where you have limited the walls or the ground starts moving and you have to get through here. Like this spot just killed me over and over as a kid. Come on, Sonic, get it together. But now it's just like, there we go. That's pretty easy, other than the fact that I keep hitting every spike I can find. But you know, it's weird, you know, as kids, like what parts get us over and over again. But that took me many a try. Come on. There we go. And I knew that, like, this is kind of a fun, unique boss fight, and I kept wanting to be able to actually get to it. It always made me sad that it took so long to get here. Oh yeah. The same way for sure. For Bali, yeah, definitely. I feel like it's not maybe an unreasonable kind of, like, thing to be afraid of when you're a kid. But I kind of always loved this spot where you control Tails and he's helping you do this fight. I also like the weird sound that Robotnik makes. Got him. Okay. Oh man, so yeah, when I was just playing this for fun the other night, I was ready to listen to the demo soundtrack for this stage, and I was so happy to hear the original, but here it comes. One thing I heard from probably some YouTuber, it could be Cybershell, who does a lot of stuff about Sonic stuff, but no, you know what? I feel like it was not. Who was it? Alex Yard, I think. I think it was actually Alex Yard. Now that I think about it, he does a lot of dissection of video game music with an emphasis on Sonic music. I'm pretty sure it was him. He noted that the one way you can kind of tell that was done, the Jackson tracks, is that they use a lot of samples in them, and so in this one you can hear like the blast break. There we go. I think I kind of talked over it, but it'll play it a bunch of other times as sort of a way you can tell that his team worked on it. There we go. This song is very plan forward. It is. I mean, it does sound like circus music. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't mean to cheese it. I was gonna say, these things stink as, when you're playing with tails. Those little, these things. Because what you're supposed to do is jump on them and they do that, but that delay with tails makes them so hard to use. It sort of is broken by Supersonic here. Oh, okay. And that's because he can jump so much higher. Really like the troll bumpers. They're just zooming along and they get launched back. Yeah. Yep. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it can be so frustrating though. Especially when it launches you into a trap. Or it bounces you back and then you get crushed by the spikes, which is fun. Well, this boss will be infinitely easier. We'll just sit right here. Can you still get crushed with Supersonic? Yes. Pits, crushing damage will all kill him. So this boss can actually kill him because when that little spiky guy comes, oh jeez, when it comes down, if it comes down on your head, it'll crush you. Another thing that supposedly kind of a way to tell that it's Jackson's team is the second act remixes tend to be much less remixed. It's usually a little bit of flourish, but it's not as noticeable, I feel. And I think that's, you know, it's not just me who noticed it, but yeah. Still very good, and still really enjoyable. And we are rapidly approaching Ice Cap, which is that's probably the second favorite after Hydro City. Okay, here we can really see the frustration. Is that delay with Tails makes climbing up this really, really awkward. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Okay, this is a bit of a troll spot. No, 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 no. Let's try not to do that. Oh well. I do like how in this part of the water level your air bubbles are from popped balloons. I thought that was kind of a cute little way they did that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. There's more of the troll bumpers. They get you. Oh, Tails. Tails. There. Yeah, stay down there. Please stay down there. Yes. Not to be mean, but you're not helping me out in the spot. Close. Everyone's favorite mechanic. Oh, no, that's fine. Didn't quite need to choose it, but once again, I'm so used to using that Insta Shield that I forget. Oh, I should have taken that because then I could have done that. Yeah. No one ever got stuck there forever, says Propelio, and I will. Just in case, Serene, if you don't know, I'll once we get there, I'll show it. In the chance anyone ever catches this on VOD who doesn't know, you know, for them as well. Kind of lucky because I think I got a water shield here, so Sonic shouldn't. Your elemental shields are still active even when you're supersonic, so I can breathe underwater because I have the bubble shield. Not that it would matter, but I'd be immune to flame if I had the fire shield, and I would have the ring of gravitation if I had the lightning shield. Oh, come on. Oh, I ran out of rings. I'm actually very okay with this. I want to enjoy the music. Here's the power button up here. Here it is. So, for prosperity, and in case you, I'm not sure if you knew about this, Serene. So this spot has this puzzle, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, that doesn't really need to be used any other time in the game, and it's like there's no indication in the manual how to get past this. There's no indication in the game how to do this. You just kind of have to figure it out. But you need to go down. And I could always see it as a kid. Like, if you go all the way up here, there's nothing there. It's just a ceiling. And if you go down, you can kind of see there's something down there, so you know you gotta go down. So what I would do is I would sit here for ages and do this, and see if I could, like, time this just right to get this dumb thing to go. And I noticed that if you did it with Tails, you could kind of get it to go, and so I thought this was it. But this is not it. It is way easier than this, and just is frustrating that they don't tell you. And again, they never use this. There's a couple spots earlier in this level, but you never need to use it. You just press up, and, well, okay, I guess you have to get a little bounce going with your jump, but then it's up and down on the controller. Puzzle that doesn't exist anywhere else. You have to figure out for that one spot. Like, little kid, I literally could not beat this level because I could never figure that out. And one time using that weird jump technique I described, I actually got past it, and it was cool, but it was just so frustrating. Want to know what's funny? Oh no, Serene, you're gonna tell me that you figured it out like first try, aren't you? I think I can feel it. Am I right? I got stuck there too when I was a kid, and I never figured out. Okay, yeah, no, like, that was, like, the only thing in this game. This is a wonderful game, except that one little spot. Yeah. It's, Oh. It's played through on it's Knuckles because he doesn't have that puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, Knuckles has some other routes, yeah. Like, he goes down off to the side there. That's always nice. But yeah, so, there we go. No Supersonic for me. He has more difficult bosses, though. Yes, he does. Some of the Knuckles bosses are really fun. I like his Marble Garden boss quite a bit. Instead of having Tails fly you, you fight underground in a similar machine, except I guess it's not robotic. It's like the robot guy. He shoots these chain link spikes. It's like kind of hard to describe, but he like shoots these spikes all over the place and like pulls himself around. It's really neat. I like his final fight with Mecha Sonic. Yeah, the final boss for Knuckles is really good. That's a fun final fight. Here we go. I love this track so much. I always loved this little snowboarding segment too. The unreleased, which is not unreleased anymore, but the song of this is derived from Harder Times by the Jetsons. He's a fun listen to. If you enjoy this track, definitely check out the song, which I sadly can't play without, getting copyright claimed out of existence. It's pretty skilled without any bindings. Yeah, no jokes, right? Sonic's just that cool. Safety equipment? What's that? I like how the penguin robots have penguins inside of them. I also just love the way this level looks. I like all these, like, sort of geometric ice crystals everywhere. I like how they have this kind of subtle glow to them. I love how fast you can go in this area. Like, normally those slides, like infinite slides in Sonic, I'm not a huge fan of, but for some reason in this level they don't bother me that much. like how Sonic's just flipping through this and getting bored. That wasn't very good. Oh, there's the Knuckles path. Tails. Oh my god. I also liked how that spot always where the ring or the chain broke. Alright guys, since this boss annoys me, put cheese in it. Alright, there we go. Alright, this one, like I said, it's a Jackson team track. The remix is sort of subtle. I love this one though. I love this one so much. I wasn't trying to emote, but there we go. Paper Palio, it's a good emote. We all need more Kermit the Frog in our lives, to be honest. We all emote without meaning to emote as human. Oh! No! Oh well. Oh well. Could be enjoying this cool track had I not messed this up. That we can figure out something though. This does make jumping through this spot a little easier though. Well, a little bit, because Sonic, Super Sonic, moves really fast. I've been mostly avoiding these special stages, but I did want to Super Sonic so we can enjoy these cool tunes here. Whoops, that was close. Oh, this is another spot that's particularly obnoxious with fails. Because he ruins the pattern. And the momentum that you get going on this. Tails, come on, buddy. Oh, no, that's alright. Well, let's do this. Oh, well, that's a cool glitch. I like that. Huh. That was pretty neat. I don't think I've seen that one before. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Weird Sonic. That would be a cool mode. Yeah, Papalia, that's something I thought about, is like, if I ever get a chance to make emotes, like if I continue on the streaming journey and gain some popularity, make some emotes, I think Weird Sonic is a good choice. I also feel like, Bufkiss. I need a Bufkiss emoji. There's almost a little part of me that's like, maybe I should reach out to Laura Shigihara and make sure she doesn't mind, but yeah, Bufkiss is, I absolutely love that guy. No, she probably. Um, I think you're right. I think she kind of strikes me as the kind of person to just sort of like be happy that people are playing her games, but um, I still feel like it'd be a little bit weird if I didn't. And she seems like she's pretty responsive and just kind of a cool person, so I don't think she would mind. This is another Jackson Team track, and you, again, lots of samples in this one. That's why that insta-shield is so useful. Totally taking it. Yikes. I don't remember what those guys are called, the little, like, gray laser guys who kind of... Oh. I'm gonna kill a bunch of. But, I remember, like, back when Destruction Manuals were a thing, like, just scouring over the, like, and I know I'm sort of using, you know, the American terminology, but it's what I grew up with, but, like, the Badnik guide, and seeing this guy, little Cork, I think it was called, like, Corky or Corkster or something like that, and he was the, there it is, seeing him in there and then trying to find him in game and never finding him, and then much later realized that that's the Badnik, and I was expecting to see him like free floating, not just like kind of sitting on the ceiling shooting lasers at me. I guess the kind of different expectations from what we thought. So it's right at the mini boss finally. So I think the story here is that, like, Knuckles thinks that you're here to steal the Chaos Emeralds, where it's actually, you know, Robotnik. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like, there's like, I assume these are sort of ancient buildings. I don't think these are things that Robotnik put together. I think he's just using, like, kind of this area and its infrastructure to rebuild the Death Egg. But, like, what's Knuckles doing? He's like, this is the land he's supposed to be protecting. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna blow up these, like, ancient buildings that I'm supposed to be protecting. Like, what's your plan here, buddy? You might want to lower the volume like 10% or something. The goes very loud and drowning you out. Okay, let me know if this is a little bit better for Palio. Slightly better? Should have lowered a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Knuckles, why are you blowing up historical architecture? Alright, I'm gonna hop off for the night. Yeah, thank you for coming in, Serena. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this is kind of fun. We'll continue on for a little bit, probably, but yeah, really appreciate you being here for this evening. It's a lot of fun. If you want to watch the rest of the playthrough later, I'll put it up on YouTube afterwards. Probably tomorrow sometime. Have a good night. Little snail guy. Does, like, feel like they shouldn't be as hard as they are to deal with, but they are. At least for me. Okay, I'm gonna go back here because I just want to point this out because I had it pointed out to me and I think it's kind of fun. This little frog dude here, he's the only one where the little puncher arms or whatever they are oriented in that fashion in the entire game. All the rest, like, they either swing or they drop vertically, not horizontally. I also like here I feel like that way that the parallax is done on the undersurface of the water makes it look like this is a very fast body of water. I always thought that was really cool. Every time I go through those tubes, I'm thinking to myself, like, Sonic, I would not go into this water tube that I don't know if it would ever... You don't know where that's going. Kind of gives me some anxiety. The coolant tube just might shoot you into a burning engine or something. Oh, cursor. Thank you. Oh, boo. Oh, I can't... There. Wow. Alright, here we go. Coming up, this is the beginning of what was the final boss in Sonic 3. And I got over the barrier. Poor Tails. If I remember correctly, he'll keep trying to get into the little robotic device and then fall off. Oh no, maybe they do pause him, thank goodness. I just feel bad sometimes watching Tails in this. Alright, so I did not get quite this far the last time I was playing it for fun, so I'm not sure if it has the full 3-stage. So in Sonic 3, this was part 2 of a 3-stage or 3-part boss fight. for Robotnik. And then when they did Sonic and Knuckles, it was just a 2. Okay, yeah, so it's 2. They actually fixed that in, like the Sonic collection on Switch. It reincorporates the third stage boss fight, or the third, I keep saying that in a weird way, but the third part of that fight. And that one's actually kind of hard comparatively. I don't remember what it's called. But it's like this boxing arm thing, and it'll grab you and slam you down. I'm not super disappointed it's not in here, because it's kind of an annoying fight. And here we go, we're in Sonic and Knuckles. And this is one of my favorite things in this. Very first time I got to this point, I'm like, this is cool as heck. Yeah, oh yeah, this music is really great. Trade in our dumpy Sonic 2 emeralds for cool Sonic 3 and Knuckles emeralds. Oh, okay, you know what? I remember, speaking of getting lost, this one trips me up really bad. Let's see if I can navigate it without going crazy, but so far I'm not feeling super confident. Here we go. It's not even like terribly complicated, but it's just enough, like sort of, there's sort of a pattern to it, and I'm always finding myself being kind of in the wrong spot to execute the pattern properly. Oh man. I didn't think that would launch me right into a red sphere. Oh well. Whoops. I really love this music too. The Mushroom Hill is a nice banger of a track. Look, these little mushroom moles. I love how they have like a little safety hat on. And how their obnoxious little mushrooms can launch you halfway to the other side of the moon, it seems like. And here's Tails trying to help out again. There's my speed juice, more or less wasted. I love the weird splat noise on those mushrooms, kind of this rubbery splat. Mushroom noise. I also like the weather vane chickens that blow you around. I don't think they're on the first act. I think they're on the second act of the level. Okay, I feel like I'm missing them. Leaning back here. That's okay, I'm not going to stress it too much, but just going to take a quick look, I guess. I feel inclined. There's a lot of special stage rings on in Mushroom Hill. Oh, that was less good. I have lost my ability to turn into Supersonic with the... since my emeralds are now gone. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. We'll try it again and see if I can not biff it. Stay away from the yellow bumpers this time. I just said it to stay away from those. There we go. Okay, I think I saw them over here. There we go. I also like how this is sort of a goes back to where all these emeralds are, and you get this little sparkly pattern that comes down on it. That was always kind of a neat little effect. Not that there's anything wrong with the, just seeing them on the special stage screen, but just felt like a little extra effort. I wonder if there's anything. Tails. Tails. No, 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 no. So close. So close. Alright, that's as far as we'll go. Okay. There we go, there's the weather vane, guys. Come on, get up there. Oh, no, that's alright. This one has like all the elemental shields from Sonic 3, which is great, but I don't think there's a water level in this one. So the water shield feels kind of wasted. Oh, this one. This one can trip me up, so hopefully it goes well. It's kind of cool, but it's possible to like jump over the bounce, the spring ball if you don't make that jump just perfectly, which is really frustrating. It's really fun. It works though. There we go. Time to learn the speed strats for this level. Thanks for Paleo No. It's always cool to like watch the speed runners on this, but like I just don't think I have the patience. Like I appreciate what they do. It's super fun to watch, but like it feels like it would make it really stressful in a way that would like might ruin it for me. Um, there we go. Got him. Like watching people kind of do this restart as they're learning. Yeah, just it seems like it's. And I know you're kind of saying it as a joke, but yeah, just I don't know. It's not something I want to do. I think the best I could maybe bring myself to do is do like a game that is not a particularly hard game to begin with. Like that's just maybe more memorizing, not necessarily like complex patterns or um, glitches to go forward, but something like what is it? I really like Kirby's Dream Land, the original. Um, like that one, I feel like wouldn't be too bad because I feel like mostly you don't have to necessarily glitch it or anything or do anything weird to just kind of go through it relatively quickly. Um, sort of a maximum speed that Kirby can go, and I feel like that it's just sort of making sure that you play the game sort of cautiously, I suppose, so that you're hitting bosses without missing potential hits and making sure you don't get hit too often. But something, and it's also a relatively short game. That's not that it's like the longest game in the world, but this is a significantly longer endeavor. And I think learning that much it would be too much for me. Um, like I actually stepped away from playing video games for a while, in general, because I kind of stressed myself out with them. Back in the PlayStation 3 era, I started like trophy hunting, which is not shouldn't have ever done. That sort of like attempt to get absolutely every little bit out of a game really ruined playing games for me for a long time. So I think doing speedrunning of any kind, I'm just really fearful it would suck all the fun out of it. So I am very happy to just watch others do it. Also, I don't know if you've seen the people speedrunning the special stages in this, but they're like jumping through like the fields of red spheres, and it just, oh my gosh, it's terrifying. It makes my blood pressure jump, and I'm not even playing. Way before Tails gets here. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I missed the lamppost, but that's okay. It's not a particularly tough fight. I feel like, we were talking about how good the music is in Sonic 3. It's equally good in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I feel like, or I guess Sonic and Knuckles, depending on how you look at it. I like where I stopped Sonic. That's a great pose to have. But Flying Battery here has an absolute amazing track. I love this. Cool looking level too. And speaking to like the manuals and stuff, I believe those tank guys and these little mice guys were in the Sonic 3 manual in the Badnik list, and I could never figure out like where they were because, as it turns out, they weren't in that game. But like, I think the original plan was that this level was supposed to happen between Carnival Night and Ice Cap in Sonic 3, but then when they decided to split the game, it got scrapped for that release and put into this one. And I think the snowboard that Sonic has at the beginning of Ice Cap was supposed to be a part of this ship. It was supposed to be snowboarding on. Oh, phew, that wasn't great. This music is so good. I think that's something that Sonic excelled at, like especially in the no 16-bit era. Was just really good, really good music. 1, 2, and 3 all have really good soundtracks. You know, I think I was mentioning earlier, like I don't love 2, like I like this one. I really like 1 as well, but 2 has a pretty good soundtrack, I'd say. 3D Blast I don't love soundtrack-wise, but it's still pretty darn good. But I think that was done really by Traveler's Tales, and I'm not sure Sonic Team was involved in it much at all, if at all. I was actually really disappointed when I played 3D Blast for the first time because I had seen some friends playing Mario RPG, which was, you know, it's really cool. I can't think of what it's called, but whatever, you know, Donkey Kong Country did, where the graphics were, the sprites were pre-rendered like on as a 3D model, and then turned into sprites for the game. There's a term for it, and I can't think of it right now. And seeing, you know, 3D Blast do that, like, that's super cool, and I assumed because of, you know, being like that top-down view, and that they had done that it was supposed to be like an RPG, and I was kind of getting into JRPGs at the time. I was so disappointed that Sonic 3D Blast was not an RPG. It wasn't a Sonic RPG. And then, you know, we eventually got a Sonic RPG in the form of, I think Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood on the DS. I think BioWare made it. And I always wanted to play it. I loved BioWare, and, you know, I wasn't, like, super huge into Sonic at the time, but I'm like, oh, here we go, I'm finally getting my, my Sonic RPG that I've always wanted. And I heard it was really mediocre, so I never actually got around to playing it. That was kind of dumb. This second act remix is cool as heck. I did that in a weird way. Oh well. Well, this is a bad spot. How'd I manage that? Despite being hard, it's easily one of my favorite levels. Yeah, it's, you know, it is a little hard. I love like these little ball things here. I guess I never found it too bad. I think the next stage is a lot harder. But I know what you mean. Like, it is definitely trickier, and there's some spots in here that are kind of sketchy. And I say, well, it's not that bad, and then I start getting hit and losing every thing that. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad choice. Should have dashed through that. So we get a couple rings as a buffer. Right. And I just walked through there. I was kind of saying to myself, what was I thinking? There's mice everywhere in this level. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. Yeah, there's a lot of death falls in here. Oh, there's a squish. I left out. I always thought that kind of magnetic thing was kind of a clever idea. In Sonic Mania, if you have the lightning shield, you'll be pulled up to that too, which I thought was super cool. Sonic Mania is such a good game. Oh shoot. Right. Well, I'm gonna try it again. There we go. Gotta get my super emeralds. Oh, here we go. So there are my last 16. I feel a little bit better because I was like, while we were doing this, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm really sucking on these special stages. I feel a little bit better now. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get them all before the ending, though, because I need 3 more. I'm not sure I actually remember where 3 more of these things are. Yeah, because this is the ending of this one. I know there's at least 2... I know of at least 2 ring locations in the second act here, but I wasn't able to find one of them. Oh, that was kind of stupid. I don't know why I did that. Robotnik, much like Knuckles, like, here, let me destroy my own ship here with this massive laser. I'm sure that won't cause any problems. It's another crushy bit. This one never scared me as much as the one in Marble Garden, and that might have been because I was playing this as I was a little bit older. I also felt like this one was a little bit more generous on the amount of time it gave you to get up to where you need to be. There's some of this in the next level too, and that one really stressed me out. Act 2 of stage 3. Alright, this boss drives me up the wall. Come on. That was so bad. Oh, thank you, Tails. Tails actually really helped out there. Excuse me. Ugh, so tired. Yeah, this part, Sonic was supposed to grab onto that and then drop down into, start, snowboarding on that door. Ice cap, that was the original plan. I like this music. It's kind of like dark and dire. And it's got like, you know, that very kind of Egyptian motif going, which almost feels a little bit cliched, but it's managed to kind of make it a little charming, I guess, I feel. You're able to give it enough life that it doesn't feel too cliche yet, I guess. But this level kind of, this is sort of where I'm like, ugh. I always hated this level and the next when I was playing it as a kid. The design is cool. I feel like this is where the difficulty really starts to spike in this. Oh, that's a pit. Oh, whoops. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, chat. So I think I might have to call it good here in just a moment because I am definitely starting to wear down. And I definitely need a little bit of sleep, even though tomorrow's Sunday. I don't have necessarily anything super pressing, but I don't want to be a zombie all day. So I think I'm not 100% sure how this version of the game saves. But what I'm going to try to do here is we'll try to get to the mid-boss, and hopefully it'll let me save state there. This is off of the Sega collection that's on Steam, or used to be on Steam, because I think they actually removed it for some reason that I couldn't even say. And I picked it up before they got rid of it. There we go. Hopefully it'll let me do a save state. Well, that was just unfair. I always kind of enjoyed Sonic rappelling off the walls here. Okay, here we go. Here's the mid-boss. Oh, this guy, yeah. For Palio, definitely the toughest boss in the game. This guy looks like a real gremlin. He is invincible. But not good at swimming in sand. Alright, this is the worst level in all of Sonic the Hedgehog games everywhere. Alright. Hey chat. Thank you for coming in on a Saturday night. Hopefully this was fun. Yeah, it's fun sharing this one too. I love this one. This is one of my childhood games. I feel bad that I don't get the chance to I don't have my Sega Genesis set up anymore, and I probably should. Not that I'd be able to stream off of it, but yeah, it's really fun sharing such a fun, nostalgic thing with you guys. Hope you have a really wonderful evening. Thank you for dropping by. As always, if you feel inclined, follow me on Twitch, Blue Sky, like and subscribe on YouTube. Um, and I don't think I'm gonna do any more this weekend, but Tuesday we'll be back to Roki. And maybe next Saturday I'll finish up Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're actually like 2/3 of the way through, but I just think I'm gonna be way too tired to finish it up tonight. But I'd say we have about an hour and a half left. But we have some gnarly stages ahead of us, so think it's a good stopping point. And hopefully the game won't not save my progress. That would be a real kick in the pants. But anyway, yeah, you're appreciated. Thank you. Have a great night.